Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Delightful Creations. I'm Amber. I'm so happy you're here today. It is Focus Friday, and I'm so excited for it. I have been reading the Prayer of Jabez for women now, and it's very similar to the one for teens. I don't see a whole lot of difference in here, just a small bit, and I didn't want to continue that on my channel. I feel like I've pretty much covered it for now, but I thought we would just have a fun little day looking at this devotional instead of going into the Bible first, just because I don't have anything planned or prepared. I'm not actually reading and studying a book in the Bible. I'm just kind of flipping to different Psalms, and I've been in Ecclesiastes and of course reading the Prayer of Jabez. So I don't have a proper put together lesson today is what I'm trying to say. Anyways, this is the Illustrated Word of Jesus for Women. It's a daily devotional. It's a coloring. I mean, you could color in here. You could journal right in here. You could take these out and plop them right in your book if you wanted to. I picked this up from Hobby Lobby, and I think it was right around $10. Really good value, and I've been in here a few times. So we're going to go ahead today and read the actual devotion for today, which is July 18th. And then we'll talk about it. So the verse for today is Matthew 6:31. Do not worry, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink, or what shall we wear? And the title of this is The Most Important Thing. And then I'm going to read this to you. Yes, God knows what you need. Does that mean you will always have everything you need? No, because there are lessons to be learned in times of need that can be learned no other way. So what is Jesus saying here? There is a more important issue at stake than having exactly what you need, and that is a true, deep relationship with Jesus. Don't make getting stuff the thing that takes all of your focus and your energy. I love that it put the word focus in there. That's awesome. God knows what your needs are even before you know what they are. Stay close to Him and trust Him. That must be the most important thing. Absolutely. And that was my biggest thing this year. Focus. I'm focusing on my faith. Faith is number one, family second, friends last. I love that so much. So I'm going to read this little quote down here by Velisalia Schlink. In the darkest of nights, cling to the assurance that God loves you and that He always has advice for you, a path that you can tread and a solution to your problem. And you will experience that which you believe. God never disappoints anyone who places his trust in Him. Amen. And that just comes back to there's a time for everything. And that's in Ecclesiastes, I believe, chapter 3, a time and a purpose for everything in our life. And God has it designed so lovely, so beautifully. We cannot make it any better than that. So I wanted to go to the Matthew. Matthew, hello. Way back here. 6:31. I do believe. Yep, right here. So my Bible reads it as, therefore take no thought, saying, what shall we eat, or what shall we drink, or whatever shall we be clothed? It means do not worry about it. Don't worry about what your needs are. God is going to take care of you. And I love that because that's what I needed today. I don't have to worry about what I'm going to turn on the camera and what's going to come out. I'm just going to let God do His thing. So here again is my treasure journal, and I want to work on this page. I mean, it's pretty much done, but it's kind of boring, and I like that there's all this blue color here, and then obviously I'll come back eventually and color here. But this is just, I don't like this page. I don't like it. I'm not done with it. That's what that means to me. And she's too fat. So like I said, we'll work in her through July. I don't know what we'll be doing in August because I don't have another journal picked out. But yeah, so what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be making, a die cut pocket. Ooh, really inventive there, right? I watched, Wendy. She has a new channel name. I think it's Me Mom Makes, but Wendy, it was like Wendy's Journal Adventures. I love her. She's so calm and relaxed and just enjoys crafting. And she has such a soothing voice. All she did was take a Tim Holtz butterfly and turn it into a pocket. It's not like revolutionary, right? But I was like, yes, I'm going to do that. So I wanted to give her credit because that's where I'm drawing this from. And immediately, I seen this blue butterfly here, which will go lovely with this blue over here. And there's butterflies here. And so I was just going to make mine a corner tuck spot here. But I don't just want to lay it down. Of course, I want to I think I want to put a doily or some type of pretty paper behind there. Or for something, and I'm looking like, oh, here we go. Got doilies right here. I had fun coffee dyeing a few of these guys. And let's see. Do I want the whole doily? I don't think so. And I don't want to fold this one over the page because I don't want to lose that writing space. So I'm going to just fold this in half, my doily. And then I probably should use some scissors, but I'm going to try to rip it. Yeah, it's been a really busy month where I literally haven't been down here. My room is a disaster. I cannot wait to organize it. I want this page to flow together, but I wanted to be able to possibly color in these plants here. Oops. Oh, wow. There's actually 2 of those. I didn't even know that. Okay, well, that's good to know. Okay, I'm liking that. Sorry, I have the camera at a different spot today. Anyhow, yeah, my craft room needs attention badly. Maybe I want it down here. And that just feels weird now. This is what I was planning on sticking in this pocket. And so there's another butterfly here, which I think is super cute. This is actually a Tim Holtz butterfly. This is a treasure tag, a sample treasure tag that I made last year. I actually used the tag of this somewhere else. Okay. So I'm going to do that. I know it's not really inventive, and I feel like I didn't really craft today. But that's, that's the way it goes. Now I have to decide if I want to tuck this in behind the doily. I think that would hold better. I mean, all she did was glue her butterfly down. Her butterfly was a lot bigger. And I think I am going to make it on the doily. So I'm just going to add some glue here to the bottom and the edges of my doily. And stick it on there. So I hope you guys have been having a good summer and enjoying the warmth. We are getting ready for a big family reunion, and it's going to be starting this afternoon. And so I've got to, finish getting the house ready in case anybody wants to come over. Make sure we have a few drinks like some sweet tea and some lemonade, and that's as far as I've gotten. I was thinking maybe some watermelon or some kind of like refreshing snack. And then on the butterfly, just in case I change my mind, I am going to just make it so I could turn it into a pocket. Wait, are these stickers? Sometimes I pick these up and they're not die cuts and they're actually stickers. I don't think so. I think these are actually die cuts. Anyway. But yeah, that's what we're getting ready to do. And I don't have to worry about what we're going to eat or drink. Like, see what I'm saying? It just all works together. I don't have to overthink it and be stressed out. All the things. All the things. I actually glued my wings up too high because it's going to stick to the back of the page here. Okay. There we go. Love it. And I did place an Amazon order for the Prime Days, and all I got was a journal. I can't show you because it's upstairs, but I got a paper pad from Stamperia. I'm really excited to play with. It's the woodland one. Okay, now I don't like that it's gonna sit in there that way. So, what can we do? We can make a different tag. I think that's what we're gonna have to do. God said, nope, you're actually going to craft today. Okay. I have this one that's just been sitting here for forever. This butterfly mixed media tag, but I don't like the 2 butterflies on top of each other, so let's grab another one. I don't have any of these in blue. They're all just kind of grungy. So, oh, I lied! I do have one in blue. Yay! That makes me so happy. Okay. Let's grab some blue ink here. I literally didn't know that was in there. And I'm going to messy ink around the edge here just for some drama. And I don't want to find a dauber. Yes, I love that. Okay. And let's decorate this just a touch. Something, because I don't know what these words are. Excuse me. I don't know what these words are. Something just really poked me. And grab my little die cut station here. I think I'm going to go, I think I do want a fun trim on the top. Let me grab my little bowl here. Let's see, do I have anything in here that I could just use? I'm not feeling any of these. Nope. let's grab some pretty lace. I don't have any blue lace, but that's all right. I've got creamy lace. Can't go wrong with some bit of creamy lace. Yeah, so don't worry. God will provide everything that we need, but he doesn't always give us what we need because we need to learn to rely on him and trust that his way is best. Trust that what he is doing is best. Everything that comes to us and is in our lives has gone through his hands, right? And if we don't have that trust in him, we're going to wonder and worry about, where is my food going to come from? What am I going to do? I got a new job and I have to have these clothes and I don't have any money for these clothes. Like all the things, that go, our thoughts attack us and come, and yeah, we can get away from us for sure in a quick hurry, right? We can just go down that rabbit hole of what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And instead of just stopping and resting and calling to God and saying, God, please help me. I know you are my provider. I know that you will take care of me, and I trust you that you are going to give me exactly what I need when exactly I need it, not when I think I should have it. It's so hard to give that control up. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, now what do we want to put on here? What are we feeling? Any little bits of something? This is mostly like labels and things. Kind of background pieces. Oh, I kind of like her. Kind of like this lady. Maybe she's the one that's seeking God. And then I want some I really want to have some type of bluish paper in the background, which I don't think I'm going to find anything in my craft. And blue is hard to come by because I don't craft with it very often, so it's never near me, but we're trusting the process here. Yes, we are. These are my little scrap bags. And this one has a label. It's got a lot of pink in there. Got a lot of pink. Some gardening bits. Tiny little bit of blue. Nope. Sometimes I print on the other side. Okay, nothing in there that I like, that I'm crazy about. And I don't want to be here forever. Let me grab... I don't want book page on book page. That's not what I'm after. Okay, I know there's some pretty bluish tints here in these Victoria Designs because I remember seeing them, and so I think if I just can take off a piece of scrap from there, maybe. Let's see what we got. No, those are definitely neutrals. Then I can't get it back in there. Gosh. Okay. Sorry, guys. Thought I'd be a little bit more prepared here. But again, I'm trusting the process. I actually want to craft. Crafting is actually good. Take a breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. Right here is the blue. And it has butterflies and blue butterflies and books on it. And so I'm just going to rip the corner of this off. Maybe I like this better than the lady. Maybe I like that better than the lady. I think so. Okay. Sorry, lady. I'm always probably going to choose butterflies, and obviously there's books on there, which is like amazingly perfect. It's a little bit too much down there at the bottom. I don't need all that. Okay. And this is like way darker, and this is more bright. Okay, lady, you're not getting used today. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I really was trying. I was really trying to have a go with you, but it's just not working out. And then I have a little blue butterfly, but again, I want that to be my focal point. So I think a label. I think that's what we need. It's just a little label, a little bit of something here. Oh, there's a frame. That could be cute. All right, hold on. Hold on. Come here, lady. Where did you go? Kind of defeats the purpose of having that back there. But that doesn't feel like enough. Don't shut off, camera. What if I off-center it? Just having a play here. I don't like that. I like this. Okay. I like this. I'm going to glue this whole scrap down flat. Yep, I'm going to glue this whole scrap down. Sorry, I was having to think. And I haven't been doing my Creative Soul journal class. I just haven't been doing anything. I need to craft. Just after the family reunion, and I'm just going to have a little bit of time for myself to catch up and just relax. And yeah, all the things that, you know, we need to do for ourselves. There. Okay. I want to add gold to this. I do. I just feel like I need some gold. Let me shake this really quick. Oh, come on. I'm like, I know I can open the lid. Okay. Now you're probably wondering, how am I going to get gold on here without any, without any paintbrush or anything, right? So I'm just going to grab, I literally pulled this out of my trash can. That's kind of a pretty scrap, isn't it? Anyways, and I'm just going to, this is more of a stiffer paper. I'm just going to fold it up and I'm gonna dip it in here. And I'm just going to add a fun little bit of gold, because this is my treasure journal. These are my treasures. I'm trying to craft with intent and be intentional and enjoy the process, right? And so I'm just adding a touch of gold. I really want shimmery goldness there. Okay. Now I've got it along the outside edge. I want to try to get it on the inside a little bit. This paint, I love this paint. I'm going to have to go get another bottle of it. It's Glorious Gold. Metallic, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Glorious Gold. It's very, very pretty. And it's amazing to me that I would say that. After all this time of fighting the gold and the red, just, yeah, that's just what it feels this year. That's what we're doing. We're going with it. And yes, it's messy and sloppy and all the things, and now I can't hold it. All right. All right. Ah! I'm just impatient. I don't want to wait for it to dry. Okay. Done. I'm done. And then I'm just going to put that back in the bin. Okay. Yay! So I'm going to glue this down with the ability to put something in here. Now, maybe I'm grabbing the lady again. Maybe Miss Lady can just like slide in and out of there. And she would need a tab to be able to do that. So I'm going to pause so I can dry this. I think it's dry. I quit blowing on it. So anyways, I think the most important part to glue down here is going to be the bottom and then the top of this. If my glue is not plugged again, come on. There we go. And then I found the fabric that was tying, the same fabric. Sorry, I have words. The same fabric that I used on, okay, it's mostly dry. This page here, this little bow tie was holding all the fabrics together, and it's actually the fabric that's in the back behind that gorgeous one. And I thought I could use that to add a little piece to her. And so I'm just going to trim off a bit from here. I'm going to actually unknot this somehow. Oh, goodness. Yeah, that's why we do things off camera, because Amber does not, I don't know how that lady tied it. Okay, actually, I'm just going to cut right here. Yep, right there. And then I don't want the white bit. Okay. And that might be a little bit much. I don't want it to cover her face. Okay, so I'm going to do something weird for me. I'm going to put it on the other side. I think that'll look really nice right there. It's just too much. I just got to cut off a little bit more. I'm going to cut off more of this blue side here. And I'm going to run this really quickly through the sewing machine to attach it. And then I'll come back and show you what it looks like. All right, be right back. Yeah, so I just did a single straight stitch down the edge, and I've already tried to like pre-fit it in here. And I like the little play element that she can be peeking out through, sorry, camera's over here today, overlapping this frame, and it's an interactive element. Yeah, it's kind of silly, kind of maybe a little bit pointless, right? But you could journal on there if you wanted. And I think that's super cute. She's going to sit right in there, and then she's going to pop in this pocket. Of course, I'd have to write back on the back of that. And then it just fits here and works. Yes, it's a little bit more bulk. I think it's super cute, but just so I don't have to worry about her getting ripped off, ripping her head, I can tuck her underneath that beautiful frame there. And then just looking at this page, I like it. I like that I can still read and still color. Oops, sorry, and still color here, but I need a word. I need something that anchors this page down, and words really do that for me. So let's see what I got here. And I was wondering if I typed out the word focus again. That'd be nice, but I don't see it. So let's go ahead and take some alphabet stickers, which I did somewhere in here. I did it with Mother, and I liked how that turned out. So let's see if I can find my alphabet stickers. I'm making such a mess in here, you guys. It's not even funny. Okay, bag of alphabet stickers. Pause, find blue ones. I've got these lighter blue ones, which aren't my fave, but I'm just going to go for it. So I'm going to grab my ruler here. I have to borrow the F from this page because I don't have one on that, but I can spell the rest of the letters with that over there. So I'm pretty happy about that. And these are quite a bit smaller than what I would have wanted, but got to work with what we got, you know? Okay, and I'm going to use all capital letters because if I were to use the smaller ones, I think it would even be more difficult to see. Okay, F-O, we're putting our focus on God, and we are concentrating on allowing Him to meet our needs. So fun. F-O-C. These are skinny. They look a lot fatter on the actual. Oh, okay, this might not work. This might not work. I'm gonna try. There's 2 more letters. I just needed 2 more letters. U. And then an S. Are you gonna make it? We're gonna make it? The S looks really finicky at the top. Oh my. All right, here we go. Come on. Nope, doesn't come off. There we are. There we are. Okay. Yay! This has been so fun as they fall on the ground. Okay, now I don't have my fine tip in here, so I don't know how well this is going to work. Just add a little bit of glue if I can, because I know these are really old. Got a problem with, hoarding things and not using them. Okay. Just waiting for the special moment. I don't think this is going to work, but I could be wrong. I'm going to put it over here on this brown edge. It's towards the top because it's going to pop up there. And I think that's the best spot for it. Well, it kind of is working. If I can get the F off there. I'm going to have to finagle it. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, that trick works better with fatter and more prominent stickers, so I can just adjust here a little bit. I might have to come back and add a little bit more glue to these, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. But the F is definitely not going to stick. Let's add a little more glue. Anyways, I am so excited that I got to craft today and spend time with you and spend time reading God's Word and thinking, shifting my focus to Him and allowing Him to take care of my needs today. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. I hope you enjoyed watching this sweet little tag come together and had a fun time hearing about God's Word. Thank you all. We'll see you in next week's video. Bye-bye for now. God bless.